Hello, welcome again to another edition of Productivity Vibes on Afro Vibes TV. Today I have a special guest who is one of the candidates of the Texas 18 Congressional District election coming up very soon, and is a Republican. Her name is Carmen Montiel. Carmen, welcome to the program.
Thank you very
Good to
much,
see you.
Remi, for having me with you. Yes, the election is in 40 days.
40, I know.
November 4th, don't forget.
So give us a background about yourself and about the election so that people will know that you are still the real person.
Okay, well, I'm a legal immigrant. I came to the United States as a student in 1988, so that's been already 37 years. And while I was studying here, the situation in Venezuela uh, further deteriorate. And I say, waiting for things to get better. The fact it never did. So I stay. I work for Telemundo. I'm a journalist.
Wow. Okay.
So I was a reporter. That was my first job when I got to Houston. And then I was the anchor woman for Telemundo.
Yeah.
Later, I developed a family medical practice and worked there for 20 years. So I have knowledge of healthcare. I have 3 children here in Houston and raised them. They are all, my girls are graduated. My oldest with also a master in fine arts. My second one is a lawyer.
Okay.
And my son
Wow.
studying chemical engineering.
Wow.
So there are 29, 26, and soon to be 21, my son.
I love that.
And, family is everything for me.
Good.
As a Latina, it's very important.
Mm,
I always say that's one of the biggest hurt
mm,
the Venezuelan community have, that our families were separated due to the situation. So my children are very close to me. I keep with family, and they're first in my life.
Good. So going through your profile, I see, the last debate we had, you spoke very well, and some of our viewers are asking, who is this lady? And I was excited to see you dropping those points and not yet, and then from being a Republican amongst the Democrats, like then having a voice.
That's a
I said,
one.
who is this lady, right? So I say you fight for family, you fight for faith, you fight for freedom. So the question here is, how do you balance all in the midst of all this?
Well, I think, the most important thing in our life, besides our family, is our faith.
Mm.
And that's something that starts as soon as we open our eyes.
Mm.
And like I said, my cross is always with me.
Mm.
And you open your eyes and you thank God because you're here.
Yeah.
And every second during the day, it's, you don't have, I read the Bible, but every second, if I have a chance or I'm driving, I pray, the Our Father, and thank God, for the things, the great things that happen.
Mm.
And there's things that I need, that we always need, especially in this race. And I also pray to God that please provide with the things that we're missing, to complete this battle. So that's why faith is an ongoing thing throughout the day.
Wow.
And of course, the last thing I do before, once I get in bed, before I go to sleep, then I pray again and thank for the day. I'm thankful. Gratitude is very important.
Yeah.
And then pray, for my children, for my family, and for the
So
campaign.
how do you balance all this with all the activity, political activity?
But you always have,
passion and all.
praying. It have to be a consistent thing, and every time you have a chance, right before to go to bed and right before you. And then my family, I keep up, calling my mom, my siblings, my children, one still in college. My middle child just moved to Miami to work for a law firm. The oldest is here. So we try, with the one that is here, to see each other as often as we can. We're in communication. We have a family chat. So in the family chat, everything is happening there.
Love that.
And then work. I'm a real estate worker,
Okay.
broker. So yes, but for me, I find out that the busier I am, the better I function.
Awesome.
So
Very interesting.
that's a personal
Very
thing.
interesting. No,
That's a personal
it's
thing.
true. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Because if you are not that busy, you're like, okay, probably slacking. But when you feel, okay, I need to get this done. So I get to my agenda and I get everything done. And that's very important. Yeah.
I love that. And because of the name of the show is Productivity Vibes, it is,
See, perfect.
yeah.
Yeah.
So people would like to know, what are your 3 productivity hacks? How do you get things done? 3 things. Wow. That works for
Well,
you.
3 things. I check my agenda the night before.
Agenda night before.
Always.
Mm.
My agenda the night before.
Agenda night before.
And then, in my agenda, I have the things that I have to do for the following day.
Right? Love it.
And I put it always in order of priorities.
Prioritization.
Prioritize the things that I have to do.
Mm.
And then I mark them as I go.
Mm.
And, being a realtor, I have to either do contracts, follow up,
That's true.
follow up on offers or with clients. And in the campaign, we have to make calls for donations and then organize my blog walks. And there is a lot of events. So pretty much either I have, like today, an interview later on, I'm going to work because I have a couple of conferences. And then tonight I have a meeting.
Okay.
With pastors. So there is always, and pretty much every evening, there is 1 or 2 things going on. And you just have to organize your day, prioritize it. The good thing is, my kids are grown. I don't have
you have some free hands.
Yes, I have free hands because yes, I was a very present father, even though I was working. But I was blessed that since I was the part owner of the practice, and I was able to accommodate my schedule, do a lot of work from home. So I was a very present mother. I think that's very important, to be a hands-on mother, present to guide your children. And that's what you see. They're so successful. I'm very proud of my children.
I'm proud of you too.
Yeah.
Proud of you. Now, let's go a bit to politics. Where did the passion of going into, you're a family woman, you have real estate, a background, you have your children growing up. Why? What are you doing in politics? What brought the passion? Give us the background. We'd like to know.
Well, I think the fact, and I always said that I lost a country. And so I always said I lost a country and I refuse to lose another one.
Wow. Talk about it.
That's my why. Because now as an adult, I realized that before the 2 coups that Hugo Chavez tried to do, and then Fidel Castro taught him, don't be an idiot, that doesn't work anymore. You need to win elections. And that's what the left now does. They win elections, and then when they win, they stay there forever.
Forever, right?
But before we got that, now I realized that many things happened before we got there. And now, when I came here in 1988, this was a very different country.
I know.
And it have changed not for the better, and it has not stayed the same. It had changed for the worse. And what happened is, as things were happening, I started noticing how similar they were to many things that happened in Venezuela. And then I have to, through the divorce and all of that, have the experience with the judicial system. And, I'm a frustrated lawyer. I wanted to be a lawyer in reality.
Wow.
And, but at the time, I was getting ready to go to college. And I remember I said, no, Dad, I'm going to study arts. I studied arts first and then journalism. And my dad was like, what?
What are you doing there?
I thought you were going to be a lawyer. You're going to be a great lawyer. But Venezuela was so corrupt already at the time. So, and this is the 80s. This is before we go to Chavez.
Yes.
And I told my dad, I said, I cannot be a lawyer and lose a case because somebody paid more. Really my moral didn't allow me to do that or be part that I was going to win a case. The only way to win a case was by getting paid. So I decided not to do it. But then when I went, then started on to journalism, which is the closest thing because then you're looking for the truth. You're exposed to things.
Right.
and you're writing, exposing things, looking for the truth
Mhm.
in a time when journalism was journalism, not anymore.
Yeah.
So, and we all, I believe in a way, all journalists would flirt with politics. And so I did that. So when I went through the experience through the court system here, I started to see how corrupt the judicial system was. And, I believe that politically correctness is how they started to take in our freedom of speech.
Mm.
So all these things. And I was like, wow, when I saw the corruption in the court system, I was like, this is the 80s in Venezuela.
Mm.
So I started seeing all these things compare, like where United States compared to
Mm.
what happened in Venezuela.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know what? I have two options. I know what's happening here.
Mm.
This country is being moving to the left. It's been attacked because these attacks come from within. The left finally learned that throwing, coups, trying to overturn government,
Mm.
that's out of fashion.
Mm.
That's not the way to do it.
Again, yeah.
It has to be from within
Within.
and winning elections. And I said, well, I know what's happening.
Mm.
And I have two options: do nothing and hate myself for the rest
But not
of
the-
my life,
Yeah.
or do something
something.
about it.
Yeah.
And that's when I decided to run for office. And this is my third try. I ran in 2018, 2022, and now in the special election.
Awesome. Awesome. Given that background that you give me right now shows that you are not just a new person in the game. You've been here
Yes.
and you've seen so much. Where do you get this strength to go on? Is it from a mentor or a book or someone? Who is your role model that is like keeping you on your feet?
Oh God, I have many. My mother was a strong woman,
Fighter.
fighter, never hardworking woman. She's still alive. She's 94 years old.
Wow, that's all. Wow.
Oh God, and she won't forgive anything you call her. I don't like that Benz. I just recently called the Benz. Yeah,
Wow.
I don't like that Benz. I don't like that color of her. She's on top of everything.
Wow.
She was a hardworking
Mm.
woman, and she told us that as long as you work, it didn't matter what you did.
Mm.
But that gave you grace.
Please, yeah.
That working was important.
Mm.
And I saw her helping my dad
Mm.
and being hand in hands when problems arise, because life is like that.
Yeah.
Life is not always
Yeah.
perfect and beautiful.
I know.
There are ups and downs. And she was right there always with my dad. And then, well, I'm a Latin family. We have a huge family.
Mhm.
I have especially I have my dad's older sister was like my role model in how to carry myself.
Mhm.
She was a very stoic, elegant woman, and that was my role model in that. And then my dad, I have two sisters that lost their husbands early on, and they raised those children incredibly.
Great.
They all became professionals. They're fantastic. And it's to admire a woman that is by herself to do that. So when I got divorced, that's what I wanted to do.
Mm.
I was like, they were my role models
Mm.
for that part of my
Right,
life.
right, right.
And look at my children.
Mm.
So, and then my dad, it's he was the conservative. In my family we're all conservative, but he was the one who taught me. He was the one who taught me what communism was and how socialism was the door to communism and how bad it was and how it was the ideology of the lie and just mistreating people. And he told me how so many millions of people lost their lives in communism. And he was a freedom lover. And he just told us that, we have our God-given rights and that the government is not to control us, but to serve us. And my grandfather, his father, occupied political positions. And in Venezuela, that was very different. We're talking like, the 1920s, 1930s.
Yeah.
And when my grandfather occupied those positions, he never got paid. he did it as a volunteer because he had his business. So this is where I come from.
I know.
The-
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. Great. I love your story, and I see the influence of your family, in your life, and what you're doing today. We want to say thank you to mom, thanks to your dad, who stood, with you and the family support that you have.
It's the
Now,
best family.
let's go to another dimension of, the political arena is the power of team. Because one thing I realized about you when I met other, other candidates on that day, I see some guys that came along with you, so dedicated.
Yes.
I see the way they speak about you. I see the way that I said, who is
I'm
this
blessed.
lady? In fact, I met them first before I met you. I said, who is this lady? So
Yeah.
tell me about the power of team in achieving results. Talking about productivity, team for organization, for politics, for spiritual organization like church, where it may be. I'm saying that there's a power of team. Tell me about your strategy with team. How do you
Well,
get
let me tell you, all the people that are in my team, we have the same belief.
Mhm.
We
So
we
beliefs
believe in freedom.
freedom.
We believe we are conservative.
Yes.
We're right wingers. We believe in capitalism. We all the people in my team. It's not a requirement. It's like the people have come to me
Mm.
because they're like, you will represent what we believe.
Mindset.
Okay, and they all are against socialism, and we're all for the truth, and we're all for having a crystal clear when once I'm your
Mhm.
congresswoman and have transparency and serve the people because we realize that especially this district it's been neglected for over 30 years and it's a district that is very diverse. We have multi-million-dollar homes as we have the poorest of the poor in the district. And we need to serve them all. But the people that are at greater risk and greater need are the people that need to be served first. And everybody that works for me believe the same thing and we just talk the same language. And that's why I'm blessed. Listen, everybody. I always say this is a labor of love.
I see.
And it's love of country.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I love that. The love of the country is key. And if you are passionate about the country, it shows the way you talk, it shows the way you carry yourself, it shows the way the project and things that you have in mind, which is so big. And I respect you for that. Now, the question is, how do you relax?
Exercise.
Because, we are in the world where so much is going on. How do Carmen relax?
Well, exercise. For me, exercising is the way I relax. I like to exercise. I know it's good. Not only it's healthy.
Good.
Thank you. And it's not only I believe one of the things I said my body is my temple. Is the temple that God gave me to go through this life. So I have to treat it well. And I do it for health purpose. And if I want to age healthy, and I don't want to be a burden, as I know that eventually, but I have a 94-year-old mother, so it's like I'm going to last.
You have something you're learning from.
Yeah, and so that's how I relax. I just love to exercise, and especially when I don't have events in the evening, I just go to run. Take a run that completely make me relax. Yeah.
Good. I'll ask this question before we go on a short break. And the question is, the advent of social media, technology, phones, apps, and so much information. And I know you're going to be a congresswoman, that's our prayer, that's what we're working towards. How do you manage social media to be productive? How do you manage text messages, information, apps, open up, notification?
Oh my God. So I have to take times like I say, okay, right now I'm gonna sit down and go through my text. Right now I'm gonna sit down and go through my emails. It's part of the organization throughout the day. Right now the social media, because it's exclusively mostly for the campaign. I have somebody
managing
that is doing the social media. I add things that are personal. Like, for example, my daughter just passed the bar on her first try. She got the result Monday, and that made her officially a lawyer. And in her job, she just started a job over a week ago. She was a legal clerk. Now she's an associate lawyer.
Yes.
So of course that day
You
I
need to
made
do some
posts,
social media.
yeah, and saying so proud because I was like this beauty with brains, passed the bar on her first try. And that means she's now an associate lawyer. So I do the personal things on my side, and in my team, it's doing everything that's campaign related.
Okay. All right, we're going to go on a short break. And when we are back, we'll continue discussion with the special guest today. Hold on. Welcome back. Now, I want to ask you a question. This you had some passion for the District 18, since District. What exactly is in your heart? What's your dream? What do you want to fix? What do you want to touch? What exactly do you want to do? Why are you different from other people, please? Share with
Well,
us.
when you see the district, which, it's a gerrymandering district, this district really encompasses pretty much the whole city of Houston.
Oh, yeah.
Because it starts at the medical center
Mhm.
and then goes north, take downtown,
Downtown.
and then opens to the east and the west and goes all the way west to Jersey Village, Cypress, and then wrap around north of Beltway that takes the airport, which is, Bush Intercontinental Airport, and gets to Atascocita, Humble, a little bit of Keywood. So it really
So
encompasses the city. So what happened in the district, many people, I don't live in the district. I said, yeah, but the federal money I'm going to bring and the federal money that I'm going to recuperate from us, that $40 billion, it will affect the
Where's
whole
where
thing.
is where's the money?
Well, that's something I will find out.
Okay. Do you want to go
It's a
with the money?
mystery. It's a mystery, but it will help the whole city. And like I told you, the first thing we need to do, we need to solve the drainage of the city. So we stop the flooding. And I'm talking about $40 billion missing, and we only need 1.5 billion to complete the budget to solve the drainage problem. So the money is there. Then we need to fix our streets. We cannot keep on having streets of a third world country. We are the fourth largest city in the United States. We have the largest and most important medical center in the world.
Yeah, true.
We are a space city.
That's true.
We need people, when people visit Houston, they should be in awe of our city. But they come here and they're like, what's this? This is a third world country city. So that's very important. And that affects us all. Then the people in my district have a hard time accessing healthcare. And I've already been talking with the medical center. There are already existing federal programs. We don't have to pay extra money. Already federal existing programs that can be, put to use for the residents of District 18. And what happened is nobody have ever done that. Historically, the cases in the district sat for 6 years and nobody was doing nothing. So that I want to be effective and I want to solve the problems. As you know, there is a cancer cluster in the district, in the area, Fifth Ward, Casimir Garden, that it's been known for over 20 years.
Yeah.
It's been talked about it for over 20 years. And none of our politicians, nobody that have been in any position to solve the problem have done. And that goes to my contenders. My contenders, pretty much all of them, has either occupied or are currently in office. And they talk about the issues, but none of them have ever done something or are offering any type of solution. I don't know if you noticed that. They just talk about it, but they are not offering any type of solution. And we need to talk about the issue, the ways it can be solved. And, we need to have a plan, not talk the issue. Well, here's the issue, and this is the plan to solve it. And that's what I believe we elect people, because we're here to serve you. You're not doing, I will say, my constituents are not to do me a favor. No, it's on the contrary. I'm here to serve my constituents, And what happened is with the people that are running, my contenders, is, oh, they want a promotion now. And they have done nothing. And now they want a promotion because they're going to do what now? Because they don't have a plan. Their plan is to obstruct the current administration. They all say they want to obstruct the current administration, either get arrested or break quorum or sue the current administration. And my question is, how do we win by doing that? We want everybody to win. We want everybody to have a better life. And if just gonna go to Congress to obstruct instead of working towards improve, I'm sorry, that's not the person I want representing me.
I agree. I agree. That's fantastic. But I know that you have so much information with you. You have so much knowledge, and you understand what's really going on. I love that. So what book have you read or you're reading that really affected you? Talking about knowledge, because I see you have so much knowledge about the district, about the challenges, about the problem, about the plans. What do you read?
Well, I'm a journalist. I eat news.
I eat news. I love that.
I eat news. I admire Ayn Rand, the Atlas Shrugged. I think that, especially if you're in politics and to understand, you have to read that. And there was a great mind in Venezuela, Carlos Rangel. And from, how do you translate that? From the savage to the good revolutionary was the translation in English. And then read history. History, all history. America, Venezuela. We need to read all history in order. That was, my dad always told us, you need to know where you came from to know where you're going to. And also you need to read history in order not to repeat it. And that's very important, the history not to repeat it. So, and I'm currently reading the history of Texas. That book is like this. It's quite interesting, but as a Texan, I have to read. And this book I'm reading goes from prehistory. So it's quite interesting. But I read any type of news and mostly, things about civilization. Like say, I am Ryan and I recommend to the youth to read all his books.
Good. Yeah, there's something you said in your during the debate, and you've said it today, talking about I am a legal immigrant. Immigrant.
Yeah.
Tell us about what's your concern about immigration. I know you mentioned about illegal immigrants.
Well,
illegal immigrants, how do you...
Because they have really, the Democrats have really destroyed the pride of being a legal immigrant. And because there's two issues in immigration. There is legal immigration and illegal immigration. And illegal immigration should not exist. Okay, you should come to this country legal. So the problem is the Democrats have put it in one box. Oh, immigration. Do you approve immigration? And you need to be careful about answering those questions. How do you feel about immigration? Do you agree with immigration? I said, well, which one are you talking about? Are you talking about legal immigration or are you talking illegal immigration? Because illegal immigration, I'm against. To come to this country, you need to do it legal. Now, we're talking about legal immigration. I'm for legal immigration because we need people to come. Yeah. There are so many areas in this country that we need the people. And I said that one of the things, we used to have migrant visas and these temporary visas to people to come and do certain jobs for a certain amount of months, and they were just coming and going. And the Democrats took that away. And once they took it away, what happened? Oh, okay, illegal immigration, because we still need to have the people to do those jobs. So I am a proponent. And then also, as a legal immigrant, it takes you so long. I imagine it was your experience too. It takes you so long, sacrifices, money, that I believe the process of legal immigration should be reviewed and made easier. Because if you come in here legally and you have a career and you're not going to be a burden for this country and you're going to be able to secure a job, why they have to jump? They make you jump hoops, you know, it's,
Okay.
so that's what I say, because I hate it. I've been called many times for service. Well, do you agree or disagree with immigration? And I'm like, no, hold on. You know, because that can mean negative things. And then somebody goes, see, she agrees with illegal immigration. I'm like, no, no.
I love that clarity, and it's very important the way you put it. Now, if you have to be remembered for something in this district, what would you want to be remembered for?
Resilience.
Brazilian.
Because it's been my motto in life. It doesn't matter what had happened to me. I have kept on going. Like, I raised my children. I'm a domestic violence survivor, and nothing has ever stopped me. I just, you know, clean the dust
Keep
off
moving.
my clothes
Keep moving.
and keep on going. And that's how I'm going to be as your next Congresswoman. I'm going to be resilient, and I will never take no for an answer. I will find a way. I never take no for. There is always a way.
Wait, so it's a way.
Yes.
It's a way. I love your Christian background. I love your faith background. It's a choice to be Christian. It's a choice to
Yeah.
uphold that Christian, values. What are your values? What has been working for you? I want to share with us.
Well, you know, I'm a Catholic,
Okay.
and I was raised as Catholic, and I believe, you know, that God is the supreme being.
Yeah.
And I believe that we have a word in Spanish that doesn't have the perfect translation.
Right.
That is said, we have to have temor de Dios, because it's not fear.
Mm.
If you translate me, they say, oh, well, it's fear of God. And I say, well, it's fear, but with respect, just knowing that you have to go through the right way. And that's how we were taught like that when we were little. Tienes que tener temor de Dios. And I taught my children to have temor de Dios. I believe that God does deliver.
Mm.
He does deliver. And when bad things happen to us, that was not God. That was evil. But God protects you, because I've seen it in my life with myself and with my children. I believe in prayer. I believe that prayer is powerful, powerful. And that's what I believe this country is not going to go as long as we maintain our Christian belief and fight for them. This country will not go down.
Awesome. I want to look at the camera and speak to the people in the Congress. I mean, in the Congressional District, why they must choose you. Why you are different from other people. Speak to the camera.
Oh, I'm completely different because I've never been a politician. Like I said, I'm resilient. And for over 30 years, everybody that have occupied that position or any other position in the city has failed us, has abandoned us, and have neglected us. And I'm talking not only in District 18, but every district in this city. So it's time for a change. It's time to elect somebody that have no political interest of keep my curriculum within the political background or get a promotion within the political background, but elect somebody that wanted to serve you, that knows the issues and have plan to solve the issues. And none of my contenders have a plan. They just say, I have the experience, I have done this before, but that's it. We need to have a plan. It's time for a change. It's time to save Houston. Like I said, Houston, we have a problem, and I am the solution. So vote for me on November 4th.
Great. Thank you very much for coming to the program. It's been an awesome time with you. I have to watch this all over and over again to see some of the things you've said again. Thank you very much. It's nice having you. So everybody, thank you very much for keeping in touch with us and being, connecting with Productivity Vibes on Afro Vibes TV. So we'll have another time. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.